So this will be a next review of chapter 6 of Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, and we start off with the highest rank of the Exorcist. So this page is just a brief summary of defining what a cross paladin is. And a cross paladin, as we all know, is the highest rank of the Exorcist, and apparently only 5 people in the world are in this position. And then the benefits of being a cross paladin, not only you have high authority over all the other exorcist ranks, but your powers and potential is that of you able to fight a demon lord by yourself. So now after that, we pan back to the fight between him and Jack Joe, and Kiyoshi, if we don't remember from the last chapter, interfered within the interaction of these two. While Tsurugi is looking at Kiyoshi is questioning why is there a cross paladin in this town of all places, and then something piqued his interest. And then he looked over to Jack, completely surprised at how he looks like, because he looks completely different from the way how he previously looked. Then Kiyoshi put 2 and 2 together and realized that Jack is a demon lord. As Jack rages uncontrollably, Kiyoshi uses Little Miss Sunshine Apollo to obtain Jack and to restrain him in his position. While Jack is struggling to break free of Apollo, Tsurugi walks up to Kiyoshi, asking him, what does a branch office exorcist think he's doing at this moment, due to the fact that Kiyoshi has interfered. And as Kiyoshi's response is for him to kind of calm him down, just for him to hear him out and say that Jack is he's genuinely not a bad guy. But as we already know, Tsurugi is not trying to hear none of that, because exorcists and demons don't correlate. He's strict to the bone. So Tsurugi asks Kiyoshi, if you really gonna get in my way like that in our business, are you willing to face these consequences? And my boy Kiyoshi with confidence said, hell yeah. Tsurugi sighs at the complete disappointment of his answers, because due to the fact of Kiyoshi Harai's reputation in the exorcist business, he shouldn't be expecting like an answer like that, especially towards a cross paladin, a high rank. Tsurugi walks up closer to him while talking to Kiyoshi, explaining to the fact that even though I won't knock you down for the fact that you didn't sense a demon lord in this city, because these guys have left Jack unchecked for 10 years, if you gonna stand in my way, I'm gonna have to just deal with you the worst way. Then we see a ... on Kiyoshi and a speed blitzing motion on the bottom left. And that is where we see Sosuke socking Kiyoshi in the jaw. Basically, he was trying to save Kiyoshi from not getting packed up, even though we know he's not. But in his mind, he's speaking to somebody who is higher rank. You know, it's not common for somebody who's lower grade to speak somebody like that. Not to mention, he's also trying to knock some sense into him, like exorcist and demon, they don't correlate. So not only you broke one rule by disrespecting a paladin, you're also breaking another rule when it comes to your job correlating with the demon. That's just not how shit rolls right here. Doing these things result in you getting dismissed as an exorcist. Sosuke says that he misjudged him, and he said that he doesn't have what it takes to become a cross paladin. And right then and there in the bottom, we see Jack completely break out of Apollo. He burst out a raging roar that was powerful enough to look like it was warping the buildings. I'm gonna say that's just a regular shockwave, but based on what it looked like he's warping the buildings. And to Tsurugi's liking, he said this is more likely because he gets to fight a demon lord. Then he pulled out these badass cross tattoos and said Blade Runner, and did an attack where I can't really say the name, Cliomo Solus. I'm just gonna assume that's the name itself, where he basically does a barrage of slashes, completely wailing on Jack Joe. Jack Joe then tanked those, muscled through, and gave this man a mean right hook. Tsurugi blocks it, but the force of the blow was enough to pack this man up to a building. We then see Tsurugi posed up in mid-air with the blade, holding on to the blade that is currently stuck inside the wall, saying that he's all warmed up now. Then does this weird, like, half and half devil rock horns, I don't know what this is. He basically does like a rock horn like hand gesture saying Balmont, which projected a piercing sword right through Jack's abdomen. While Tsurugi is in midair, he senses something that's on top of him. He see this giant energy beam right now, and that's one of Jack's attack, where he simply put down a finger and he just blasted. He projected a beam attack from on top of Tsurugi, crashing him right down to the earth, or to the ground. Sorry. This is where Sasuke highlights that this is what the power of a top-ranking demon lord looks like, and the lesser demon lords such as Sata and Meta, the two previous demons that Kiyoshi killed, can't even compare. As Tsurugi gets back up, he's saying that Jack is holding himself back against him, and before anything can progress any further, we see this dashing panel on the far left. That's where we see Nihon interfere between Tsurugi and Jack's fight, telling Jack that that's enough. As Sasuke is calling Nihon an idiot for interfering with a demon and a cross paladin, Nihon is trying to calm Jack down, saying that he's fine and Kiyoshi is here too. And not only that, he's trying to get inside to Jack's head to basically bring back the Jack that is the nice Jack, the Jack that doesn't hurt people. He mentions how Jack was looking forward for Mom at the hospital, and we were supposed to go there together. Looking back into a brief flashback of when Nihon was 10 years old and Jack was, both of them was just being happy, indicating that Jack doesn't want to hurt anyone, and Nihon doesn't want Jack to get hurt as well. So Nihon is begging and pleading for Jack to come back. Sasuke was completely shocked at the fact that a demon lord stopped dead in his tracks. While in mid-conversation, Tsurugi just teleported right behind him, ready to attack both of their asses. This is where my boy Kiyoshi speed blitzed right in, interfering between Nihon, Jack, and Tsurugi, grabbing the blade before it can do any harm to Nihon or Jack. But due to the fact that the Cross Paladin's power is so tremendous, it actually hurt Kiyoshi when he grabbed the blade. So he switches to his next attack, which is that Climo Soulless shit, where he does a barrage of attacks against Kiyoshi to try to attack Nihon and Jack, and Kiyoshi still interferes, blocking every single one of those hits. Nihon, being concerned of Kiyoshi said it's fine because he's still standing, and Sasuke is looking at this shit like, damn. Tsurugi questions Kiyoshi and why he doesn't use his exorcist technique, as he gave him an upper leg kick to the chin. He then goes to ask him if he's not taking him seriously, and if so, what does that accomplish in this scenario? Kiyoshi then says that he doesn't want to lose anyone, nor anyone else to lose either. Then as he stand up in like a gear second pose, he says he's going to protect his friends. And this is where Nihon and Jack is looking at this shit. But Tsurugi is looking at this from a whole different perspective. He's saying, buddy, you are a disappointment to this whole shit. As he pull out this huge ass blade, saying Kiyoshi is not fucking needed. And right before the impact, we see Harai Nihon on to the side while Kiyoshi is bracing for impact. And then in the bottom, the very last panel of the page, we see a blood spurt and we hear Kiyoshi. And that is the end of this chapter review. I don't like Tsurugi, but he's just cool as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. And Jack being one of the upper class demon lords and shit, like, if you haven't watched my live stream on YouTube, I called that shit before anything. So hey, I'm getting ready to do chapter 7 review. Stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you in a bit.